Hello, I'm Janice Griever and welcome to The Big Deal on My Big Startup. I'm joined in studio by Albert van Urk, who's the co-founder of mySOS. Welcome, Albert. How are you today?
Morning, Janice. Thanks for the opportunity. Very good. I had my first coffee, so I already feel a lot better.
As you're already alive. Thank you so much for joining us. Albert, what do you do at mySOS?
Well, as any founder or any entrepreneur will tell you, we try to make the business work. Mm-hmm. That's a very generic statement, though. mySOS is a mobile app that's been about for 3 years, and yeah, we're trying to make a difference.
Yeah. So what is mySOS? What is the mobile app?
Well, maybe I should. What is mySOS? A good place to start.
Yeah.
mySOS is a mobile app that is available on both iOS and Android platforms that you can use whenever you've got any type of emergency. And emergencies, could be far wide or pretty wide. It could be an emergency, and most people interpret emergencies as, I need an ambulance or there's been a robbery, something, and I need police. But emergencies are actually a lot wider than that. An emergency for me could be, I've got a headache, a splitting headache, and I need a pharmacy. Where's the closest pharmacy? My dog just got bitten by another dog. I need a vet.
Yeah.
Where's the closest vet? Or it might be, I'm out riding on the trails with my mountain bike. I fall. Somebody needs to come find me. Where do they find me? How do they find me in the quickest way possible? So that's the long and the short of mySOS. We try and assist you whenever you've got an emergency. And how do we do that? Well, two parts. Firstly, we provide you with the correct person or entity to call when you've got that emergency. And secondly, when you're speaking to that person, we try and give that person or entity as much as possible information about your incident. And probably the most important things, and that's thanks to the mobile phones we all carry these days, where did this incident actually happen? Because the reality is that the biggest problem in the case of an emergency is, where did this incident happen? Yeah. Where do we dispatch this response to? And that actually boils down to, what's the reason mySOS is about? Mm-hmm. Well, it was born out of sheer frustration.
Yeah.
One of our partners, Dr. Fani Harting, is a medical doctor, I think close on 20 years experience in emergency medical response. And the amount of times where he sat, where they're looking for a patient, they know it's critical, it's a life-threatening situation, and the ambulance is racing up and down a road, unable to find the
where
address.
They are, yeah.
So he actually came up with the idea. He said, is there something we can do to resolve this problem, to make this issue go away? That when I speak to a patient or a potential patient or somebody with a problem, that I know where that person is. And this going forward and backward is taken away. We've got all the information and we can dispatch our response team to the exact point where the incident happened.
Okay, wow, lovely. I think that's definitely something that's needed, because it's also difficult to explain if you're in emergency and you're disoriented, you don't know what's going on. Now you must explain, come here, turn left, which direction are you coming from? So I think this is definitely a much needed app, and I'd like to know how it works. So when we come back, I think you can give us a bit of a demo, all right?
Yeah.
All
Just the one thing you pointed out, and it's so true. Whenever an emergency happens, even the most experienced people panic.
Yeah.
And when people panic, strange things happen. He told us a little tale about one of the ambulance response people, a guy that had like 10 plus years, experience in attending to accident scenes. He was in an accident himself. He couldn't remember his own telephone number.
Wow.
So that is how much people go into shock. And you should actually do it with one of your friends.
Yeah.
Ask them, you've got an emergency, who do you phone? The reality is that probably 90% plus of people have got no idea of what the relevant emergency numbers are.
Yeah.
The only one that people sort of think about are call it the 10111, the police number,
the police.
And one or two of the ambulance services.
Yeah.
But for the rest, people are totally oblivious.
Yeah, no one's going around memorizing phone numbers.
Yeah. So the normal situation in an emergency happens, it's like
What now?
What now? Well,
Yeah,
that's exactly the first
definitely.
question.
Yeah.
Secondly is, okay, we need to contact somebody. Who do we phone? And then it's a frantic scrambling around of, have you got a number? Have you got a number?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're phoning. Now, if an incident happens at home, then it's normally, I'll be able to explain where it is. Any place
Anywhere else, yeah.
that is chaos.
Yeah, chaos. Okay, so we're going to come back and you're going to explain just a bit how the app works, okay? So
Cool.
we'll be right back. I'm chatting to Albert van Eert, co-founder of mySOS, and he's just here to tell us a bit about his entrepreneurial journey. For more of these videos, you can go to mybigstartup.com, and while you're on the website, be sure to subscribe. This is The Big Deal. Thanks for watching.